Hey everybody, I'm Keychain. So today I wanted to do a video about the shadows. There's a lot of people that are just getting into shadows and they don't know all of the different things that get your shadow rank up. One of the things that happens 6 days a week is the assembly, and that's a big one. But first, while we're doing this, you navigate up here in these top little, hamburger. Click that and you hit the shadows. And this is where you're going to be able to see the things that you need to do. First and foremost, the most important thing is when you click the My Rank tab, there are daily quests. Usually I think there's 3 of them normally. So raid the vault. I had win a PvP match, raid the vault, and complete a contract were my 3 dailies. And then there's also challenge quests that you can get additional marks from. As you rank up, your damage increase and your defenses increase. So it actually helps your character on top of contributing towards your guild, your shadow guild, or your shadow clan. Now the other thing here is you click this activities tab and it shows you all the different things. Shadow lottery is one that when you bring people into the shadows, like even if you're a shadow already, you can win the shadow lottery and give your signet to somebody and it's going to generate points for you. Path of Blood is like a mini challenge rift. There's only usually 1 pack of mobs or a boss, and you have to kill it in like 3 minutes. And it gets harder and harder as you go, but each floor of Path of Blood gives you 200 of the rank points. Raiding the vault will give you points, on top of giving you a lot of gold and a lot of hilts or I don't remember if it's hilts or runes, but raiding the vault is also very important. And then battleground, of course. But assembly, by far one of the biggest. And we'll show you that right now. But we're in the assembly, and while the assembly is going, you have to sit here for about 6 minutes. And if you get a blessing, you give that blessing to other people. If you don't have a blessing, you ask other people for that blessing. But basically, you want to receive all 4 blessings, and that's how you complete the assembly. And you see here you get 250 points and a chest for every single one of these buffs. So for 6 minutes, you're going to get a ton of experience, a ton of gold, aspirant's keys, and 1,000 rank towards your shadows. So if you're available, this is definitely something worth doing. So I have a buff right now, and you see I'm looking for people that, need it. Because I gained the buff, I don't have to receive it. And if everybody's already got it, you don't have to do much. So it's going to reset here and we'll see what happens. As soon as it resets, I'm either going to get the buff and give it to some other players, or someone else is going to get it and I have to ask for it. So I don't have the buff, so now I have to find people that have the eye and ask them for it. So actually, that's wrong because I was already blessed. So while I was explaining that, I got blessed right off the bat. So you can see I was blessed by Jezperanda. And the thing that's nice about this is you can get blessed by the altar itself, and that's when you give the blessing to other people. But if you were going to show up in the assembly and just AFK, be gone for like 15-20 minutes, you should end up cycling through to get the buff yourself, whether someone gives it to you or the assembly gives it to you. So you don't technically even have to be here and active for the assembly. You just show up, be here from 6 to 8 p.m. and get these points, and then you collect the rewards. It's really one of the easiest things, and I might have gained a shadow rank while I was here. Let's take a look. I did. So I increased my rank. I'm now a Watcher level 4. I gain an extra 1% damage, 1% defense. And let's see, what else? And I gain extra hilts. And then how much do I need to level up again? I need another 2,025 points to hit the next rank. So I'll get more hilts. I'll probably raid the vault after this. And you can also look at activities and see when the vault raid is active. The vault raid is active from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So about an hour from when I'm recording this, I'll go and do some vault raids. Now, one of the things about raiding the vault is it has a 10-minute cooldown from when you finish. So you can't spam it non-stop, but PvP is also active during the 7 to, or between 8 and 9 p.m. So one of the things I tend to do is I do a vault raid and then I go do a dungeon. And then I come back and do a vault raid and then I go do a dungeon. And if PvP is active, I'll do raid the vault and I'll go do a PvP match. And then I'll raid the vault and I'll do a PvP match. So I alternate those things to try and, maximize my cooldown time and get things done. So I got another blessing shared with me while we're standing here making this video. So I got blessed by Mr. Fister, a funny name. And here we go again. More aspirants keys, more marks, more gold, more experience. And now we wait for this to cycle in another minute. We'll be on the last buff, and then we're done. And that's it. That's it for assembly. You show up, and you can see that I literally have done nothing but show you guys stuff while gaining blessings and getting rewards. So looking through this, that's one of the things that contributes towards your dark clan and your rank and leveling these up and gaining extra benefits is participating in things like the assembly and the Path of Blood. As soon as we're done with this last buff, I'll go do Path of Blood and show you where we're at. Floor 22, I think, was like combat rating 1080, somewhere along there. I was able to beat it because it's a single pack, so I can do my one combo, run around in circles, use my ice armor, drop my combo and get it done. It's when we get to the bosses that I have a hard time with the Path of Blood when it's too far outside of my level. So we'll go do that in a second. I'm an officer, so the reason this is red is because we have new member applicants. But I don't know if this spot is reserved for somebody, so I can't accept this person. I need to go find out if it's reserved for somebody first. All right, so we'll be done in just a minute. And let's see, did I gain the best blessing? Nope. So I need to find somebody with the blessing. It's easier to usually just stand still so people can walk up to you and get the blessing. Hopefully I don't miss it. When you do miss the blessing, it's unfortunate because then you have to wait for another like 6 minutes for it to come all the way back around. So hopefully I get seen here and somebody gives me the blessing. Somebody see me here? And you can click people to request the blessing. It says blessing cancel. Why did they cancel it? If you move while the blessing's happening or they move while the blessing is happening, it cancels it. So, oh man, now I'm worried. Okay, there it is. He's sharing blessing with me. And we got it. So now we've got the last blessing and we're done. So getting rewards just for standing still. And now we'll go do Path of Blood. I don't remember if Path of Blood is down here or it's up a level. I think it's up a level. So we'll go up into the main court and we'll go look for the Path of Blood. And I'll run a few of those and show you how easy it really is. That's the vault. Why can't I find Path of Blood? I'm going to have to navigate to it because I don't remember exactly where it is. But after that, these are just things that you can do to advance your rank. And one of the things, sometimes your daily is just to attempt a level at Path of Blood. So even if you're capped out and you can't go any farther, you can just come in here, run in, die, and collect your 250 points. So let's see. I gained some combat rating, so I might be able to do this floor. Yeah, I should be able to do this one pretty easily now. So there it was. So this one was 1052. So it's above my rank. That means the next one will be a little bit higher than that. But I gained those 200 marks and I get to challenge another floor. And I don't know if there's a limit on these floors. I'm guessing that there is, but for now I don't have to worry about it because slow and steady wins the race. If I really need a lot of extra points for some reason, or I'm close to a rank, I could try and push this harder. But this one was 1088, so it went up by, what was that, 37 from the last one? I should be able to do another 3 or 4 floors with the way this is going, although floor 25 should be a boss floor, and that one will be much harder, because you don't get potions in here. That's another piece of it. So you have to dodge. That's why I like using a defensive ability like Ice Armor, because it absorbs damage and makes it so that I don't have to rely on potions and trying to heal. I can, absorb some damage, take some hits, and not have to play perfectly. So we're done with this floor, and this one was 1124. So we're going to keep going. At some point, it's going to get impossible to clear. But we'll see if floor 25 is the one that stops me. I'm guessing this is the boss floor, and this is going to be the one that I'm stuck at, but we'll see. Because I just have to not get hit. I have to play perfectly. Oh, see, she hit me for 15k. I have to remember the rotation. Okay, so she attacks forward, then she attacks side to side, and then she'll do her power-up charge thing, and then she attacks forward, and then side to side. So if you can remember the rotation and dodge it, then she's going to charge up, and then she'll attack side to side, although I went behind her, so that might screw up where I'm standing. She charges up, attacks forward. Oh, I wasn't out of range. Okay, I can beat this floor, but I'm not gonna, drone on this, doing floors and stuff. That's not the point of the video. It was just to show how to increase your rank. So I just did a couple of floors, and looking now at my rank again, look at this, I'm at 1335 out of 2150 already. You guys just saw me rank up not too long ago, and I'm halfway through another rank. So if I complete Path of Blood floor 25, I'll get the 200 and a bonus of 330. So I'll get 530 points. That's enough to almost, get through here. Later on when I raid the vault, I'll get an extra 220. Like, these things add up pretty quick. And it also helps with showing that you want to be part of the Shadows and that you're contributing towards your clan. So those are some of the ways to increase your shadows. Oh, one important one before I forget, very important one, is your contracts. Your shadow contracts. Not only do I get a lot of legendaries from shadow contracts, but you get a lot of extra rewards and stuff. So Bartender Bailey here is in control of the contracts for the shadows. You get one. Let's see, you get one per day. And then I think when you first join the Shadows, you can do 3 because you've had some dailies saved up. But I tend to go with the solo option because I've done the dungeon a few times, and it usually ends up being a random dungeon, and it's hard to get a group for because people are set in the dungeons they like or the one for the weekly, and if it's a weird dungeon or a hard dungeon, people don't want to do it with you. So I tend to do the solo contract. They both have the same rewards. So if you're going to do the solo version, 5k gold, 324k XP, and chance at items, and then the dungeon one, same thing. So they're identical. It just depends on what you want to do and kind of how you're gonna, go about getting your stuff done. Additionally, there's weekly rewards here. So after you've done some extra contracts, you get extra marks. So once I complete my 3rd contract, I get an extra 700 marks. I think that might have just leveled me up again, collecting those 2 dailies. There it is. And to rank up this time, so here's something I'll show you. At certain benchmarks throughout the shadows, when you want to rank up, you have to come back to the assembly to rank up. So you have to come down and touch the statue in the middle of the assembly. So we'll show you that real quick, and then that should be the end of the video. So we're going to come down here. We have to select the perform ceremony in this middle, brazier with the flame. and now it's going to promote my rank. And I don't know what the next rank is going to be. We'll have to look. So we went from Watcher to Hunter. So now I have a 13% increased damage and defense increased. And then how far away am I from the next rank? My rank. So I need another, what is that? 1675, which you saw that I had a contract to do, which is going to give me points. Completing the third contract is going to be 700. If I do the next Path of Blood, that's another 530, and raiding the Vault later will be 220. So I could rank up again today if I do all of these things. So you can see where these just, stockpile up and you can spam through. And look at this. I do this stuff all the time, and I'm only in 14th, so I don't know how some of these people are so far ahead of me. But um, being on the leaderboards is always fun as well. So yeah, I think that's really it for the shadows and things to do for the shadows. Just check your shadow leaderboards every day, or your rank, and you'll see your dailies here. The stages. This is also an important phase for kind of showing what things are going to be happening. After we complete this gathering, we'll get to the showdown phase where we start to build up ranks towards extra power against the immortals. And if we get all the way to the reckoning, we're going to gain a big boost. So 20% damage done and minus 20% damage taken in the Rite of Exile and Challenge of the Immortal. So these are important buffs, and these rank up as your clan members contribute marks towards the goal. So just keep doing your stuff every day. All right, I think that's it for this video. Remember to hit the like and subscribe. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. And if I can't find an answer, I don't know, refer you to someone who does know. But I think that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.